Welcome back to the Six-Figure Mastermind, Eventbrite. Let's talk about it. What does it charge? How does it determine what to charge? We're going to dive into all the details, and we're actually going to have you pull up another browser window so you can follow along right with me on my screen, and we're going to walk through the entire process. Hey, so you're ready to run your event on Eventbrite? Let's go through the cost breakdown on what you can expect and what Eventbrite actually charges. So again, open up another window right next to the one because I'm going to be sharing my screen with you so that we can walk through this together side by side. Eventbrite's very, very transparent with their fees and what they're going to pay out to you. It's just a couple of things to keep in mind that Eventbrite does send you an invoice every month. They don't necessarily keep money from the tickets as they come in. They're just going to send you an invoice. Even though they send you all of the money from the tickets right away, just keep a little bit aside for when the invoice comes in. Now, Eventbrite won't always send you an invoice, and it's really determined on what kind of event you're putting together. So when you're building an event, if you have free tickets for your event, then guess what? Eventbrite will allow you to use that platform completely free of charge, which is very, very cool because Eventbrite does most of the back work for you. All you need to do is supply the time, the venue, the images, the location, everything that you would already need to supply anyway. You plug it into Eventbrite and it will not only publicize your event for you, it will track and give you reports on your event. So that's super cool. Eventbrite will charge when you start charging. So you won't have to pay a monthly subscription fee or anything like that for Eventbrite. It will only charge you when you get paid. There's another reason I love Eventbrite. So let me just walk you through real quick how to know what Eventbrite is going to charge you when it's time to start selling tickets. Okay, so go ahead and log in, pull up in that other window, open up eventbrite.com and make sure it's spelled correctly, eventbrite.com. Open it up and then log in if you're not logged in already. Okay, once you're logged in, go ahead and go to your events. Maybe you've created an event already. In fact, if you don't know how to do that, we've got another video already set up for you how to create an event on Eventbrite. Go check out that video and go to your events right down here, manage events. And I'm just going to go to a draft that I've already started. Now you'll see right below here that there's an option to upgrade for Eventbrite. There's a few key features that they've unlocked for people that have upgraded their accounts, and those upgraded accounts include multiple different kinds of tickets at an event, meaning that let's say you have a membership that you own and that people have subscribed to. If you want your members to get into your event for free, but you want the public to pay an admission to your event, if you upgrade on Eventbrite, you'll be able to do both of those things within the same event. If not, you'll have to open up two different events on Eventbrite and create two different platforms for people to sign up. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into this event, this just mock-up event that I've made. There's not really an event happening Monday, May 7th from 7 to 10 p.m., so don't sign up for this. This is just pretend. And we are going to show you how these look here. Now, again, if you haven't created an event already, watch our video on how to create an event, and then you'll have this event in your dashboard. And you can have multiple events in your dashboard at the same time. You don't need to upgrade to do that. So if you have different events going on, this will be a blanket explanation for all of them, but you'll be able to track them. So if you go to this event, you go over to this edit button right over here, or if you're just starting an event, you'll be able to have this window as well. Scroll down to these ticket sales. If you have a free ticket, remember, you're not going to get charged by Eventbrite. But if you do have a paid ticket, you're going to have some fees. So let's name our ticket. Let's say it's an early bird ticket. And maybe you have an early bird discount on your tickets. And in another video, we are going to show you how to do those discounts, all about the ticket sales and how those run. You can have early birds, you can have discount codes, you can run sales on your tickets, all that fun stuff. And we'll do that in another video. So let's show you exactly what you're going to be paying in fees right here. So for example, if I had a $10 ticket, if I put that in there, it's going to show a different buyer total. Pay attention to this right down here. The buyer total is $11.42. Now that's because I have the event fees being passed on to the buyer. Now that fee obviously is 1.42%. Okay, let's take this ticket and bump it up to $100. Our buyer total becomes 105.05. So you can see that these percentages are different based on brackets that your ticket sales fall in. So at $10, it charged a 1.42% fee. At $100, it's charging a 5.05%. Let's bump this up to $1,000. It's taking a 41%, excuse me, not a 41%, but a 4.13%, okay? So different ticket sales, different brackets will vary depending on the price of your ticket. So just be aware of that. Be aware of your price, your percentage when these tickets come rolling in, that these percentages will vary depending on the bracket of your ticket. So, you know, if you're selling mass tickets, let's just say, for example, that we sold a $50 ticket. And let's click away from that and see what our percentage is. Okay, so on a $50 ticket, we're paying $3.03. So, you know, that's a 6% on your ticket sale. So just do some studying there, you know, make sure that you know how much is being passed on and whether or not you're absorbing those fees or you're passing them on. Now, check this out. If the buyer total is $53.03 and it's a $50 ticket, then obviously we've got these fees being passed on right here. So, you know, you can take that or you can absorb those fees, which means the buyer total will stay $50 and the fee will be $2.99. Now watch this. If I pass the fees on, it's $3.03. It's a $3.03 add-on to this $50 ticket. If I absorb the fees, it's $2.99. So again, those percentages will change depending on not only the ticket price, but on who is paying the fee. Right here, I am paying the fee, all right? And that fee, remember, is going to be billed to me on a monthly basis through an invoice from Eventbrite. So keep that in mind. When those ticket sales come in, you're going to get the money right away. You're also going to be paying a PayPal fee. That will be taken off the top right away. But at the end of the month, you're going to get a bill from Eventbrite for all of these fees. All right? So keep a little bit of that aside when you're taking your ticket payments so that you can pay your invoice from Eventbrite that you're going to get at the end of the month. Okay? So keep that in mind when you're building your tickets. Remember that Eventbrite doesn't charge a monthly fee. They do charge by the ticket sale, and the ticket sale fee varies depending on who is absorbing the fee, whether it's your client or you, and how much your ticket is going to cost. So do some test work, run some numbers, and it's really good to know these numbers for not just for Eventbrite, but for your business in general. You need to know where your money is being spent, how much is being spent in advertising. When you do your taxes at the end of the year, or maybe you do them every quarter, this is advertising. This is advertising money or fee money that you'll categorize in your taxes, so that, you know, every fee that you pay to get your business out there, that's a tax write-off. And in your Eventbrite account, scroll up with me, go to the top and click Account Settings right over here. Yes, I'm going to leave this page. Go over on the left here and look at these two little icons, this invoice and this taxpayer information. At the end of the year or at the end of your quarter, you can click on invoices and it will give you, now we don't have any list or invoices on this account because it's a new account. It will show you all of your invoices. You can look them up by year. You can look them up, you know, by the last 3 months or whatever it is. You can pay your invoices, you know, using a credit card, debit card, or your PayPal account. You can, you know, check out this FAQ, but for tax purposes, it will have everything lined up for you. You can also check out taxpayer information. If you process over 200 orders and not provide us with your taxpayer information, Eventbrite is required to withhold on your payout until we receive this information. Good to know, all right? To avoid service interruptions, please fill out your taxpayer information below. So always, 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 if you're processing orders in bulk, have this taxpayer information already filled in with Eventbrite to avoid any halts on your payments coming in, to avoid any, problems with your Eventbrite account. So just make sure that's filled in if you're running bulk numbers and quantities. So remember, over 200 orders and not provide us with your taxpayer information, put it in there. Just put it in there to begin with. You're good to go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Taxpayer information, make sure that's filled out. Be aware of your invoices and always do a test run on those prices for those tickets, because your percentages are going to shift and change depending on all of those variables we talked about. It's very cut and dry, very simple, great platform to use. I highly recommend it. So yeah, Eventbrite is going to charge you some money, but guys, it's well worth it. Your cost per head is very, very low. And if you're getting ticket sales and you build it into the price just right, it's going to be smooth sailing. So hit the subscribe button and we will see you tomorrow right here on the Six Figure Mastermind.